vaguely corresponds, like sort of, but not quite. Like sometimes I talk about the same sort of things, sometimes they're not. With like the fundamental ideas about the subject, and like obviously like they're completely different styles and approaches and like sets of values, but like there's so much that like each can comment. Like when you could very much sort of like apply ideas to each, put them in conversation with each other, but because like with studying Lacan versus Russell, etc. Comes like a sort of tribalism where you think that like if you're an analytical philosopher, then you think that the continental school are just like a load of like French waffling and like deliberately making obscure stuff. And if you're a continental philosopher, then you think that like analytic philosophers are trying to apply science where you know things can't be empirically studied and stuff. But I think there is a lot of like potentially fruitful discourse, but you don't actually get it. So if
he's been trying to sort out to fit it in the time scale to make it interesting to people and to do. Yeah.
Anybody take some duct tape or just something else on that? So what I'll do is I'll connect this one up and then we'll use this one until the main talk stops.
Right, so you want
And then
this
swap over.
right?
Yes. It was. Ooh.
Let's kick off at 6 o'clock.
Well, we congregate at 6 and kick off at 6:30. Is the theory. Let's see. Yeah, I just couldn't see it.
Yeah.
I'm very old in my defence. And I haven't got a long enough power cable to stop this running out of juice, so I thought I could hopefully do this.
Like a battery.
Yeah, it's got a big one, but space size does matter, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, of course we're going to have a problem actually, aren't we? Because there are going to be people sitting there, aren't there?
Yeah.
Do we want this kind of arrangement? Is this how you want it?
Oh dear.
Because I would have thought it'd been better, more informal.
Yeah.
Scattered around a bit.
Yeah. I certainly would like to do it like that, but I think people sit in groups.
Because you see, if from here, if you have a look at this, you imagine you sitting there.
Obviously,
It's not quite, well,
not from well,
if I zoom right in, maybe that'd be okay.
you've got people
Their heads are going to be there. Yeah. It's not going to work, is it?
No.
And that's as high as that's going to go. Be better off to use this camera then. But it's not good, is it?
No.
It's not really what we want.
What's the issue, sir?
I could sit that side.
Put the tape.
Yeah. That would be better, wouldn't it?
I think it would. Can you sit down, Andrew? Would you mind sitting there? It's not great,
Is
I
it
think
that's
it's
my
further
head?
across where the other cameras would be better.
You get it
Yeah.
higher up,
Yeah.
so it's pointing a bit down.
Let's have a go with this one.
You can go with that one. But if that one was here, go through the gap. That's all.
This one was.
If this one was here, it would get through that gap.
Yeah, and then that one because that's taller, that could be.
But that one taller would be better there.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, that is good stuff on that. So, we put just a bit of nails on there, I think.
It'd be okay once the makeup artist arrives.
Yeah.
Then that's I've loosened this thing. Thank you.
Oh, excellent.
That's what you want to do.
Will it stay by itself? I'll make it, I can do a bit of roll a bit of tape round and then it can.
You can just take it to here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Now, in terms of sticking something to your paintwork, the dangling power lead, Derek, is not going to do any great justice to anyone. That's what we can do with it. I don't know.
Is it alright to put some sellotape on this? Is it plastic?
Right.
Yeah, it's okay on the plastic. Send this thing to me now as PowerPoint, and then
Oh yeah, very good. I used my old Mac, which I hadn't, just to do the notices because I've left this one here. And, then I realised I can't print it.
Try not to kick any equipment over. You might find some people getting a bit cross with it. But my view is that these chairs need to be reformed, should be more reformed. And, like I said, it's not happening.
You won't get enough people in it to do that.
unless we just say to people.
Yeah, make it
move
move
around
the
anyway.
tables. Yeah, move the chairs as you want, but
Yeah.
we need to come. So we're gonna have David and Derek over there. That's good.
Yeah, because
Well,
of the cameras.
Yeah, good. Yeah, very good.
Because you realise when people are sat here, these
Yeah.
cameras don't.
Yeah.
No, that it's gone that, so it should be on you with you
Right.
now.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
You go back on.
I'm gonna go and get my mum. Oh, damn.
So you just
It's blooming. Thinking it's all blooming yogurt.
yeah. How much more is it?
I think that's it.
Oh right.
I think since we've lost the book, we've still got the drink. We did a symposium.
Oh.
Well, what's in there, Dave?
So I thought this was still left.
Cool.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, good idea.
last day of the sort of cavorting around. This is what the cameras use, isn't it?
Yeah, you want me sort of directing that.
Well, I was thinking it would be static.
Oh, right.
It's
Your own hand. Yeah.
two of the most well.
These should be very close.
It'd be interesting to see how it works out because it's, I think if it's decent grading, we
Needs to be set.
exactly.
Like I say, the only thing is a manual running around purchasing, so maybe that's exactly what I don't want.
Not implausible. Oh, yes. Cheers.
Yeah.
It's very easy. Very easy.
So now we've got
Yeah. If you was over there and you would need to do that.
you done that, yeah. Well, I think that's what it is.
I've ordered
You've got a list over there. Are they out?
looks like that.
Yeah, so that, everything's ready.
Yeah, I think we're all sorted now.
Yeah.
It's done, it's done. No. Yeah. That's all right, thanks. You need a beer? Have you got cash? Well, then what you do is you take the card. It's set up for £2, is it?
You know, these tin bags that we run. Just put 2 in. You do.
Just put two.
2.
Charge. So you press charge there.
Just try it.
What now? You? I'm going to go get my knowledge. 20 minutes, so I'm going to have a beer first. As well. He says, you've got your charge card.
I've got a.
So, what do you do? Because then so you don't need to. Alright, yeah, but the trouble about that is that Derek will probably give that back to us because we'll make that. Yeah, that's all the same place, and yeah, absolutely right. I bought 3 times as much layer, so I'm gonna layer. Right, you go for that one, Andy. So, what's the current thinking on walking around the camera? Is that too far?
Yeah, we think we've got it working.
Not very good. Yeah. I'll have you. Because I will be shaking with David. You guys can remember. Wait, there's that box. So, David, was this box basically on this bit?
If I can take it over the back, this is a good bit.
Oh, right, okay.
So,
Just in the way then.
Something that's what I was thinking, that really we need a receptacle for your cameras, aren't we? I didn't think of that.
But I would say it's it's got 2 pin bags.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong.
It's different.
Yeah. Very good. So I think that's the rest of it is. That's good. No, well, I know they've got yoga at 9:15. So, getting to here, seems to be the, yeah. Do you know what they, how to get in? No, I do. So it's, I'll show you in the, door, external door next to it's resuscitator. I'll show you. I'll show you. I'm not sure whether it only gets into this door. Could surprise people. I think.
The best way to do that. People coming in this way.
No, we're going to put a door, a sign outside.
We should put a chair here. Just
So I'm going to put this outside. Before we said it. Let's go to the other door. Now I don't know how to make sure the other doors.
just
Mine, I
fine.
think.
That's fine.
Mine. Inside. So I'm gonna do another thing that I asked you to bring cash. So
Sorry. I can pre-purchase.
how many people are on? Because you don't know how many people you've got. You're going to pre-purchase some beer. We'll be looking after that. We'll be sitting here. So, I'm sure you guys, everybody's helps themselves. It's, I mean, it's an honesty thing, really, isn't it? Yeah. There's nobody here, but it's.
This blinking Wi-Fi keeps disappearing for me. You can't see it now on my phone, yeah?
Where's the gym now?
Gonna be snooker room.
Yeah.
Snooker room.
Yeah, you mean that?
No.
Bobby, when Derek gets back, I've just sent him the principles of Think Rosniger, which we usually have on the screen at the beginning, don't we?
Yes.
So I forgot to do that, so maybe he could just edit it into his PowerPoint. I've sent it to him by email.
Yeah, I haven't got. He's
When he comes, he can do it.
he can do it. Yeah.
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 In actual fact, I can give out the Think Rosniger tickets. Have you bought an AC grade? Oh, you're not sure whether you're in Cyprus?
No, well, I think, well, Rosemary has said we're not going till after that, so.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes, I can do that.
Can I get 66?
You haven't booked one for me, have you?
I don't think he has, no.
No.
I think it's everyone for themselves.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you coming?
So the AC grading?
When I spoke to Rosemary, I don't think she was sure that she's.
Rosemary?
You know.
No,
Vicky Clancy's
What
bought.
she said to me, it was going to be.
Vicky Clancy's bought.
She told me she was going to come, we're not going to go till after that now.
No, well, I don't. I have no idea. Depends when.
Still
I've
running.
got on. I'm going to Japan for.
You're not going before that, though, are you?
I've got a few odds and ends that I will need to be involved in. You know, basic training for one thing.
Can you just, if I'm not here, take control of it?
I've got a industry match.
So,
Yeah, I'm going to the pre-board.
Cardiff.
Cardiff. No, Cardiff, yeah. And we've got a concert in London. Diane Reeves. So, you know, I don't know when.
In our festival, it says paid.
Because if there was
It says not paid.
a thing doing what we did last year, it would be good, I would enjoy that.
Give me 2 tickets to the movie. And then you write it down here.
Oh yeah, do golf me. Yeah.
No, but perhaps a bit earlier, if we were doing it, more people about it,
Yeah.
Getting quite tight right now.
Yeah.
That's good. Pretty rather than that, I'd rather do it in February than. Anyway, I'm up for it anyway, if that's what I'm saying. I'm not, you know.
Hmm.
Do I give them a few pounds left? That was it for that.
Hey?
Did you?
£2 a pop, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, I paid for yours.
You have paid for me. Hope I can buy you one later on.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out and go fetching. Where's my man? Is he? What time is it? What's the time to come back? About 6.
Well, 6 o'clock is what we try and get people to do, so that there's buy a drink or two and settle down by the time we actually try and kick off at 6. That's exciting. Thanks, Dave. That's you, Snyder, in that. Thanks for doing that. But,
I've got here, I've got here, over here.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm going to have
Apparently we've got a phone in. Well, it's got telling mine or something. We want it. It's job to know when it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's mine when I think it's one's to tell him, you know?
Yes.
So, it's not far away, is it?
Well, Rush will be here, no doubt here.
Right. See you.
See you in a bit. Don't be late.
See you, boys and girls.
Okay, cheers. I
Thanks,
shall
Dave.
see you. Not soon. I mean, not long.
Right.
Somebody trying to get in? Sorry.
Right. Yes.
Thank you. You did. I'm following the instructions.
Yes. Well,
Hello.
so you just want to give us money?
Yes, but not cash, of course.
Right.
You said that you had a card machine.
We have a card machine.
Good. So does it do Apple?
Allow me, it's just one.
It is, yes.
What, a nice neat tiny bit.
Yes.
Now then,
So when you make an announcement,
am I supposed to know? I'm sure
Temporary.
you're probably my cousin, and they just don't know that. My
Yes, Helen. Yes, I think so. If I check it, spin you in 5 times a day. The last time we were drinking together, we just counted it. I still don't remember. I know that's true. It's 10 pounds.
Helen, right.
That's it. No. Great. Was the actual ticket exchange?
I guess why I need the name.
Okay.
Police. Andrew, you can tell what
Thank you very much. It's Helen Sanderson. I said you were speaking of his mum. Sanderson.
Sams,
Yes,
and do you?
I do. I live at Mitchell's.
Do you say you have a certificate?
I am. 18 months. That's through the pandemic hours. Sorry, what was it?
So are you? So were you thinking of a ticket?
I was, yes.
You have.
No.
Has he got
Yeah.
Lazy grading, yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? Helen Sanderson.
Sorry, what was the second name?
Sanderson.
Are you on the list?
Yes. I thought I was, but I actually saw this on Facebook. But I know I have given Mark my email address. And of course I emailed him to say, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think that's any emails.
I'm ready. Right.
Oh, thank you. Perfect. Lovely. Thank you. Thank you very much. Enjoy this evening and I'll look forward to the next
You're
one.
not joining us?
Pardon?
You're not joining us tonight?
No, I've got that alternative arrangement, so it does look interesting.
Okay.
I hope that we're going to become the next Hay on Wine.
Yes. Well, that's
Without
good.
books.
Too late. Your email address, please.
Helen at helensandersonassociates.co.uk. Sanderson Associates.co.uk. How on earth did you manage to get so great?
David,
You see my hand?
saw him at Hay, yes, and just asked him. Yeah, he used to come on board.
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah.
I would say, do not think it's me, just to say, oh, really, picture.
I might have been at Wellbeing Teams. I went at Wellbeing Teams. But I did give him my email address in December.
What do you do?
I'm a consultant in health and care. I'm a visiting professor at Chester University. I don't do any of that. I only said it trying to impress people.
Well, that's interesting to know because we might ask you to.
Well, I'm also one of Brené Browne's trainers, and she's the woman who does all the research on vulnerability. That's really interesting. Brené Browne. Have you heard of Brené Browne?
Bernie Brown.
Brené Browne. No, that's no.
I live in Bangor actually, so
I live in Bangor.
yeah.
She's the number 2 TED Talk in the world.
Yeah.
I live in Bangor, that's fabulous.
Is it Helen?
At Helen Sanderson Associates. Okay. Yeah. And I used to see Mark most Wednesdays because I'm in the Sunday afternoon. Yes.
So, can we call you Helen?
Of course you can, yes.
And are you okay giving me a phone number?
Yes. 07958 031 419.
Right.
Midgets.
Yes, I know it's midget.
Midgets, I see. Okay.
This is this should be updated in cloud as we speak. So the main thing is to get your email address so we apply to such things. I'm a sort of fairly
It does clearly say use it door.
fairly close
But
to
anyway,
yours.
thank you.
Great. Did you manage to sort everything out? Excellent. Very good. Right, I'm going to go.
Which is pleased to know I've added Helen's name.
Excellent.
I believe I already wasn't it? Contact list.
Yeah, well, won't you? I think my copy it is. So if you oh right, hasn't synced. Yeah. No, but thank you for coming. Can we go down that way?
Yes,
And
please.
So you're not staying with us?
I'm not, I'm afraid, tonight. I've got alternative plans.
Oh,
Can you write up the alternative plans?
Well, so. Sorry. I mean, it might be over. No, ignore that.
Okay.
I mean, it might be overcomplicating it, but I can lock this and have that be a full camera anyway, so we don't need to bother. And so to avoid
Changing cables. How long's your battery?
battery isn't great, but this is just
If
USB.
you can
isn't it?
use that USB,
Yeah.
USB-C.
Oh no, no, no.
Is it just okay?
Yeah, it's just yeah. If you've got actually, yeah.
You go round to the kitchen.
I'll find you USB-C.
So you so there you go.
paid.
That's
That's perfect.
No, this is for 3 nights, is it?
Tonight is free, yes.
Oh,
No, it's when we have Anthony Grayling in, because he's coming up from Oxford and we've got to stay over them. That's why we're charging, so we can pay for his £10. Yeah. So if you'd like to buy one, I have the tickets with me. It's the 6th of October, Thursday.
Just some kind of power.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
Yes, of course you can. Yes, of course you can. So we still.
Oh, it's in the bag, sorry.
So,
Oh, right, yeah.
It's a battery, basically.
Okay.
We're very careful.
So would you like to buy a glass of
Oh,
wine?
yeah, you just swap.
Oh.
The reason that I'm just looking at
Oh, yeah.
I'm just taking very slowly.
Probably gonna have breakfast. Probably, yeah.
Hello, Bobby.
Hi. So which is the leasing contract? I mean, I was just thinking that one because I can basically lock that and use that for the same spectrum.
Right. So that's focusing on those two chairs. So you just need a third, yes.
Yes, well, yes, sir. What would you like?
Cousin Bob. So just have a word with my fellow director. Evening, Andrew. Good morning. All well? David. My boy, yes. I know that you, Derek and Mark have been slaving hard. Oh, Andrew as well.
Not really slightly. I just shared it. Yes.
Hillary. Hillary.
Good to see you. I've always
We just had a sudden last minute idea, which I never would have How much moving about? Is he going to be moving all over? Right. So we want this tight on two chairs.
Sorry, David.
Okay, this is Bobby and Andrew and Bob and Derek.
So we got David at the moment.
Yeah. So,
Very sort of Caribbean and relaxed.
get out of the way.
It's not, it's beautiful. Yeah, Joe, that's right.
Oh, sorry.
That's the wrong direction. Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can. Oh, so we were just trying to get a clear view.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, congratulations. So,
I think we're picking it. Yeah, probably can't get this high enough to chair. Yeah. Just like 1 foot. Just 1 foot maybe? A little bit? Oh, no. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's good. Hello?
Hello. All right. Are you in there?
so the work is.
You got that? Look.
He's sitting we are those two seats or a pet
Josh starvation is still ready, able and willing to take orders if you not place an order. So we won't start in the next 5 or 10 minutes. So please kind of, if you want to place your order and get it on time, then you have the time to sort of cross the road starvation or back to Josh or people like that. So we'll sort out some food for you off.
I should you turn the project after the Hobbit.
No, it's not. Yeah. And then we go down even further.
Is that picking up?
Just think something.
We have to go. Switch
I go and tell them.
Community interest funding.
Could I have headphones? So if you're comfortable, I think it's best for you to have that. Sorry, I think it's best for you to have that. That on you like that. That goes on my nose. Yeah, that's just more or less like that. So it goes behind. Yes. Put that in my nose. Right. Where did it feel like today? Yeah. This means it's right there. It's to the right. Yeah. So you do a testing.
Well, this is going in my nose. No. Yes, that's fine. So
Different ears.
I think you need a kit for that.
Yeah.
The aim is to be so just I'll turn it off. Okay?
This is your mobile.
That's right, yeah.
Great. Andy, can you just make sure that the noise that was coming through?
Okay, I know. I think I was looking for like. It's going to take you that money.
I'm ready to start. Just literally like 30 seconds. All right. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. To zoom this in. Can I zoom in? You mean, oh, yes, just.
Sorry, everybody. I have to sort of check that the directors and the producers on the back of the room are all ready to roll, but I think we'll make a start. Sorry?
Sit down.
So anyway, a very good evening to you all, and welcome to Rossmariga Village Hall, which is where I think it's where we are. It's the first time we've been there. Agreed. And where our speaker tonight is Derek Browne, who will be known, I think, to most of us. And Derek also happens to be chairman of the Village Hall Committee. Derek is a man of many parts. His background is in commercial banking and IT, as well as having been responsible for running a large sports facility. He now runs a smaller sports facility as chairman of the Rossmariga Sports Club, and is an active member on our community council. In what spare time he has, he and Jill go on, here tonight, that's great, he and Jill go on exotic cruises, and where I understand that Derek is a talented ballroom dancer. Yes, so never short parts, sorry. Anyway, quite how this equipped him for consciousness studies is not immediately clear to me, but it's an interest we both share. We have many an interesting conversation on cyborgs and zombies, as you do. Just to put a little context here, consciousness studies are a relatively recent phenomenon. The title, Am I a Ghost in a Machine, comes from the essay of the British philosopher Gilbert Ryle, who was active in the 1950s. The baton was taken up shortly thereafter by the American philosopher Thomas Nagel in his much-cited essay, What is it like to be a bat? Those
you may recall that Vince Morris in his talk, we did discuss bats very briefly. No doubt, Marvel chose bats because they are so very different from us. They sort of navigate reality by echolocation, which is sort of bouncing, well, not wings, yes, but they bounce sound of objects and fly upside down in the dark. So, what then is it like to experience the world in this way? Simply imagining that you are a bat would be no good, because an educated speaking bat would not be a bat at all. If, on the other hand, you could become a normal bat and were unable to think or speak, then you would be unable to answer your own question. The stunning upshot of all this for Nagel is that we do not and cannot know what it is like to be bat, and I'm sorry that I can't give a better answer. I have, however, brought Nagel's book, and so it's just clear out the chair. I brought Nagel's book with me, so if what's it like to be a bat is an issue for you, then you're welcome to borrow the book and read the essay. This evening, Derek is going to guide us through the maze of consciousness and hopefully out the other side. Just a few housekeeping points before we start. There is, well, probably you'll notice this, there is beer and wine available. Keep the bar open during the talk. And
I'm very happy to supply anybody who's desperate.
And there's a card reader, or I think we can take cash as well. Yeah. Afterwards, for those of you who have placed order, then there is supper at Starvation. And even if you've not placed an order, then I think Josh at Starvation can sort out something for you after the talk. I'm going to ask Mark to say a bit more about David. Of course. I'm sorry, his son. Right, I'm sorry about that. When do you yes, is everybody happy then carrying on? She would be happy, let's carry on. All right, that's the spirit, yes. Keep on going, keep on. I'm sorry about that. Okay, but we'll carry on. When we've concluded, I'm going to ask Mark to say some words about the AC Grain talk on 6th of October. I think this is an important milestone for the cross migrant because, in my very humble opinion, AC Grayling is probably our greatest contemporary living philosopher, and it would be. Sorry, Alex nodding his head, or shaking his head, but he's agreeing. So I hope as many of you can come along with that as possible. Another thing which was drawn to my attention is that we are streaming and recording Derek's talk and questions from the audience. For GDPR and privacy purposes, does anybody have an issue about being on camera or streamed to wherever? I'm assuming that everybody's okay with that, that nobody's worried about some third party seats. You're here when you should be. Is everybody okay? So we're all okay. Right, we're all good to go. So would you please welcome as your speaker this evening, Derek Browne.
Okay.
Hang on a second.
Try that. Okay.
No. Is it actually switched on?
Yeah, very quiet.
Was that better?
Excellent. Because I have got a very quiet voice, so I didn't need the microphone. Okay, I hope everybody's here. In body, mind. But I'm going to do a little experiment with you before we move into the main talk. I hope you take part. A schematic of the village. And this is tonight. I want you to all start from home. There's only 4 homes on there, but fit everybody's home on. You can choose which home you want. And there's doors from one place to the other. So if you wanted to go to the Sunday Mount on the way, you could do. I'm going to ask you to move a number of steps. So if I ask you to move 3 steps, when you started in this home, you could go to the Sunday Mount, to somebody else's home, and to Chapman's. Okay? You'll get this as you go along. Okay. So, if you all start from home and move 3 places. Okay? I've taken all the homes away because you're not going back there. I'm going to move another 3 places now. Okay, everybody's going to arrive where they're going.
From where we were.
Yeah. From where you moved to another 3 places. Taking some of the years, they've closed. Sunday night was closed for the evening. And move 1 place now. I want you to move 2 places. Should get easier this. And finally 1 place. And hopefully, you've all arrived in the village hall. Just illustrates, if you think of free will in your mind, you can be easily fooled. I was hoping everybody would arrive here, but people haven't left their consciousnesses in Sunday night house or somewhere. Am I ghost in the machine? David's already covered who started that phrase, but when David suggested this title, I thought it was because he was a great fan of the Police. If anybody knows the album, and I'm sure David's got a copy tucked away between Marla's 5th and 6th somewhere in his collection. That's a digital version, supposedly, of the heads of the 3 members of the group. But they were very keen on Ryle's books and so on. So that's why they did that. Maybe I was wrong. They obviously wasn't quite a fan of books. You have to play. We've got to start with this. For you, obviously, I don't need to translate it because you all speak Latin. I mean, originally it was in French. I think, therefore I am. It was very simple in those days, in a way. There was a hard question of consciousness. Descartes thought that we had consciousness and nobody else did. That's what separated humans from the rest of the world. And he related it to the soul at the time because pressure was on to do that. These days, people, there's a phrase called panpsychism now, which lots of neurologists and learned women think that all creatures have some level of consciousness. No matter how tiny they are, whatever they are, they have some levels of consciousness. And there's even people now who think that the plant life has some level of consciousness. What we've got here are the states of consciousness, that's waking, dreaming, deep sleep, and then impaired consciousness, anesthesia, and so on. Waking is what we all are here, or we think we are. Dreaming is when we're in dreaming, end of the world, or maybe we're dreaming now, and so on. So they're very difficult to sort out. What's happening is the more they delve into this, the more complicated it appears to be. Move from being simple, the question you couldn't answer, to a more complicated question you can't answer. Sleep is an interesting one because there's been a lot of studies done on sleep now. You tend to think when you're asleep, you're unconscious. But in actual fact, the brain is very, very active when you're asleep. And it's interesting how it controls that level of consciousness. You close your eyes so you can't see, but you can't close your ears. So you're actually still hearing everything that's going on. But your thalamus filters out those sounds that it doesn't think you need. So although you're hearing everything, what is being sounded to you through your brain is what your thalamus thinks is important to you. One of the examples of this is new babies. Mothers wake up when the baby cries, and it's because that sound is now important to them. So it doesn't filter that sound out. It probably filters it out in the man's brain. Maybe you should pretend that it does. So there's a lot of work going on that. So it alters your consciousness. Now the other things on here are impaired state of consciousness. Anesthesia, again, is a state where most people now think there is no consciousness. There's a speaker, Daniel Seth, who was one of his lectures said, I have not existed 3 times in my life. And that's because he was having an operation. And the anaesthetic, he was a body, his lungs were functioning, his heart was functioning, but nothing, he had no consciousness whatsoever. And so he's saying he didn't exist when he was having the operation. Vegetative state, coma, again, a reduced level of consciousness in coma, used to think that there was no consciousness, but they found out that people don't come out of comas. Do you remember things that happened while they're in a coma? Video doesn't seem to work. I'll talk you through it anyway. It's a very simple thing. It's given to children. Because when does consciousness start? Does it start when you're born? Does it start when you're in the womb? If you've been panpsychism, it starts when you're in the womb. But your consciousness develops. It takes in what's happening in the world, so your view of the world changes. The Sarian test, was given to young children. And what it is, it's Sari and Anne who live in the same house. Sari brings home a cake. She has nothing to take cake. And she puts it in her box and goes to get something. While she's out of the room, Anne says, I like that cake. I'll take it out of the box and put it in the basket. It's my basket. And the question was, when Sari comes back into the room, where would she look for her cake? As well as, it's obvious she looked at her box, but she doesn't know Anne's moving. But they found that children up to about the age of 4 said she would look in the basket with Anne's. So their consciousness hadn't developed to that point. They saw it was in the basket, so they assumed everybody else must know it in the basket, even Sally had been out of the room. So your consciousness starts developing from that age. You're taking in information, churning it, and your consciousness of the world is changing. There are 2 things on that weren't on that list. One was zombie, which David, like he said, we chat merrily about sometimes, zombies. Not one of those, one of these Haitian Walking Dead. The philosopher's zombie, which is just like us. Are these videos not working?
I'll see whether I can.
Just hold on a second.
Yeah, we are.
No, it's gone back. It's just blank. It was working before.
So, we
Took it forward.
Just 1 second.
Which is the back.
Not that. Okay. Need these videos working now, just sorry.
No pets, animals, or video pieces. Children and
You've got the other slide front.
Yeah, so is this a zombie? I was right from. Is that a zombie? Could be. Try this again because I want to. Maybe it's a cyborg. The thing is, you wouldn't know a zombie if they existed, would look just like us. Because zombies could have existed. So the bodies who function like we do, but they've no cognizance at all of what's going on. It didn't happen. Evolution provided us all with consciousness. So modern thinking is zombies can't exist. Well, they could exist, but they don't exist. This is a very recent experiment. It was only released two weeks ago. And scientists have created an embryo, which is actually a mouse embryo, without an egg being used or sperm. They've created this mixture in stem cells. This is a mouse, but hoping to do it with humans as well. And it grows the brain, heart, and the foundation of all other organs. Now, does that have consciousness? It's never going to grow into a fully fledged. The intention is that they can use this for transplants, so they can grow hearts and brains and so on. Is it a being? Does it have consciousness? If it was a human being, does it have consciousness? So modern science is actually creating more questions for us than answers in terms of consciousness. Cyborg. It's probably what most people think of a cyborg. Cyborg definition came into being in the 1960s. Mainly people think it's computerized person, but it's actually anybody. Modern definition is anybody whose body is enhanced by anything else. It's not human. So somebody with a pacemaker could be a cyborg because it enhances what they can do. Here's a guy with an exoskeleton on. It's actually in a Ford plant, and that exoskeleton enables him to work longer, enables him to lift heavier weights. It's controlled by him. But what if it's controlled by the factory? Making him work harder. It's not difficult to do that. The moment he's doing it. So cyborgs are great interest to me, and most of the talk tonight will be on cyborgs. I mean, are we all cyborgs? Because we all use things which enhance what we do. And we're all controlled not just by our brains, but by things that affect us. One of the things going back from Ghost in the Machine was there was a film based on that, which is The Matrix. If anybody's seen The Matrix, it's where power takes over our bodies, separates the consciousness from the bodies, uses our bodies as batteries. But our consciousness is still as we were, in this ideal world. You're able to take a red pill or a blue pill. For the people who've fathomed this out, the red pill gives you the truth. And the ethical question, do you want to know the truth? Do you want to know your consciousness has been separated from your body? And some people might want that, some people might not. So let's separate tonight the talk about cyborgs and consciousness into three parts really. There's the biological one, and there's a technical one, and there's a perception one. Let's start first of all with the biological one. I'm here before you as a human being, and I use the phrase human being. I'm actually comprised of something in the order of 37 trillion cells. It's just a mass, an ecosystem. Human being, 37 trillion cells. So how much of me is actually human? How many of those cells are human cells? Anybody? The latest estimates reckon that 43% of the cells in your body are human cells. So that leaves 57% of the cells that you're walking around with are human. That's why I separate human from human being. The bulk of those cells are actually in your gut and your stomach. But your body's covered in all sorts of pathogens and all sorts of bacteria. But the interesting thing on the biological side is that modern thinking is that the cells that, or the bacteria in your gut actually can tune into your nervous system and feed into your brain. And technically, when you're eating or drinking, you're not actually feeding yourself. You're feeding the bacteria that live in there, and they break down the food into a digestible form for you. So when you're walking past McDonald's, it's the bacteria that's saying, I want McDonald's. Feed me. And the more you feed the bacteria with that type of food, the more those bacteria multiply, and the bacteria that like other types of food start dying off. So there's a vicious cycle here. But feed me with sugar, feed me with fat. And so that's what you think you want those foods, when in fact it's the bacteria. The modern scientists call this your second brain. Your actual stomach is considered to be your second brain. So it has such an influence over what you do. So again, it's another influence which you think you're controlling, but you're not. Now, an interesting thing with cells and to do with consciousness is consciousness is always there. As you grow older, your body changes, etc., but your consciousness is still there. It's a philosophical question which was used many years ago, which was a rich emperor bought a brand new boat, the galleon. He was very fussy about his boat, and it had to be the best boat, the most pristine boat that anybody had. And his orders to the captain were, anything on the boat that gets marked or knocked or ages, I won't replace it. It has to be absolutely pristine. So the captain duly obliged. And after about 10 years, he replaced every part of the boat, every single place. And the question is it still his boat? Or is it a different boat? And what if the shipyard had kept all the bits it taken off and built another boat? Would that be the new boat? Now, the significance of this was that various ages here tonight, but not one of you has got a cell in your body which is older than 10 years. So and I use 10 years in the other thing, simply to roll into this. So every cell in your body has changed, in your brain, every single one. Yet your consciousness is still there. You still feel the same. And consciousness is very stubborn. It doesn't like accepting change. And can you imagine if you never had mirrors or photos, what would you think of yourself? If I am somebody who's really good looking and say, yeah, I must look like them. I know every time I have a picture of myself in my mind, consciousness, and I go and look in the mirror and think, who's that guy 10 years older than me that's looking out of the mirror? So you build this picture of yourself. But your consciousness is changed all the time. Now, is this really red? The next section is colour. Okay? So I've put a little grey square there. And I know there's a blue filter on the red strawberries. I'm going to alter the blue the little square and put it on the strawberry. And what's your brain done? You can't see the grey anymore. Now those strawberries are not really red because there's a blue filter. But your brain's telling you that those are strawberries, and you've coloured in a little bit of it grey, but it's got to be red. So the picture that you have in your brain is altered. Your eyes take in, I won't say your eyes take in colour, they don't always take in waves, electromagnetic waves. And you have receptors in your eye which translate those waves into a colour in your brain. I could have done a similar thing with banana. As you all know, the colour of banana is red and green. Because you don't have any yellow receptors in your eye. So the banana reflects red and green. Your receptors pick up the red and green and translate that into yellow. So your brain is changing things all the time. We have 3 receptors in the back of our eyes, and as you can see, the electromagnetic spectrum is enormous, and we only see that bit, what we call visible light. That's see on there, this red. Why don't we see some of these other things? There are certainly UV and infrared that some other animals use to see. Birds of prey use UV to see their prey when they're hiding in bushes because they can see the heat from the bodies. How different the world would have looked if we'd been able to see UV instead of colour. Now, I say we've got 3 receptors which are red, green and blue, and we can see out 1 million colours. So it's quite a lot. Same as a computer screen, because computer screens are actually designed to fit in with your vision, your red, green and blue. So those are the colours that computer screen uses. But there are people called tetrachromats who have 4 receptors, and they can see something like 100 million colours. It's only females who have this ability, and it's about 10% of female population are tetrachromats. One of them is a very famous artist who painted MIT, and they asked us to paint a picture of the photo that was on the right-hand side, how she saw that. So that's how she sees it, because she gets a totally different colour from ourselves. So she's seen 100, there are lots of other colours in the trees, stems, leaves, but we don't see them because we have a limited colour. If we saw the world in UV instead of colour, what would we see? Different, wouldn't it? Okay, so colour is an interesting one because it means that you're actually fooled all the time. What you see may or may not exist. Certainly, theoretically, colour doesn't exist. All that happens is that the items, the leaves and so on are reflecting a spectrum of light, which are in waves, which your brain translates into colour. An actual colour, all sorts of different things we would see if our receptors picked up something different. What I'm trying to say here, obviously, is that your brain's interpreting all sorts of things in a different way. And so your consciousness of the world, in many respects, is alive. Everything's being seen in a way that your brain is interpreting. We have, for example, if you were looking at that picture there, the back of your eye, you've got an optic nerve in each eye, so you have a blind spot. But you don't see any of what you're missing, because your brain feels dim. I've got times now, there is an experiment we can show on the screen, which will show you a picture very rapidly, and take the picture away, and you'll see two spots with bits of background on, that your brain's filled in for you. Watch this, move on a little bit, so we're on here. Technology. I'm going to use the humans on to the last one, which is technology. David Charles, who's a well-known philosopher and spread philosophies, his lectures says that we've used technology, and he started in the 90s, and he started with things like firefighters. We output and use from our brain to other things that devices and use them. So the modern thing really is a smartphone, because we load our mind off into the smartphone. Sat nav is another one. You see people finishing with all sorts of peculiar places when they're driving, because they turn their brain off, or their consciousness, I should say, and they slavishly follow the sat nav. It doesn't matter, they're not seeing them. We have it with our house when people visiting the house. We say, don't take any notice of the sat nav, because it'll take you way past the house. And if you know our house, you can't really miss it as you come to the village. But they do. And the phone is from 75 yards up the road saying, I can't the red roof and black and white. It's because you follow the sat nav, and you stop the car when it says the sat nav is arrived. So this is a little bit that is now pushing a little bit with our move to me more and more into cyborgs. This is going to get slightly different. These are the papers from the day after Mr. Trust was made again somehow. But you're fed different bits of information. So that's the same piece of information that your brain's fed. If you fed information into a computer, and then same information into another computer, you get exactly the same answer. But the human brain is quite different. We would all be fed the same information here, we'd all come up with a different conclusion. Some people voted for this trust, some didn't. They were all fed the same information. But your brain is being changed all the time. Smartphones are very useful, but a bit cumbersome. We drop them, we lose them, we leave them around. Wouldn't it be great if you could just walk around the smartphone in our body? That's a chip. And there's over 1 million people in the world now have that chip embodied in themselves. And they can, like tonight we're using the cardless reader on there with your phone. These people can just wave a hand over and it charges the account with that. They can open doors with that hand. And they volunteer this. A lot of them work in high security buildings so that they have access to various things. And they can change what access they've got at the drop of a hat. But there are more and more people who are volunteering to have this enhancement in their body. It's very useful, like a smartphone useful. But what happens if it's hacked into and it starts controlling your body? This week, for example, Elon Musk was annoyed because his company wanted to be the first company to implant a chip into his brain. And he was beaten to it this week. The company successfully implanted a chip into a person's brain. Now, this person was volunteer. They'd been paralysed as a result of an accident. But they can now operate their computer, smartphone, open doors, and so on by thinking. So this chip picks up the thought brain instead of it being translated into muscle movement and speech. It actually transmits it, it hands the smartphone, you can speak to another box and so on. It's a great step forward. Or is it a step backwards that we can control? But those at the back of this is, can somebody else control what's going on with your mind? A few moments, I can go. Yeah, that's enough. Sorry, I'm being given the hurry up here. Now this is another question. It's got ethics attached to it. It's a philosophical question. I don't know whether you've seen it before. It's called the runaway tram. Actually, you're in the middle of the lever on the points. The tram is charging down the line. It's going to hit those 5 people now. They don't know it's coming. You can turn the train off by the points. It'll go that way and kill that person instead of killing the 5. Now the question is, would you pull the lever? Would anybody pull the lever? Yeah? No? You would pull the lever. Ethically you would, but it's very difficult. It's a very difficult decision to make. You're like as your consciousness, your consciousness only one way or the other. The next stage of that is, I don't know slides, no slides now, but the next stage is you're not by the points. You're actually on the bridge, the footbridge, over where the points are. And there's a big fat man leaning over looking at what's going on. You can stop the tram by pushing this man off the bridge. And that way you kill him, but you save the lives of the other people there. And the ethical question of your consciousness is, would you do that? Probably not. But by not doing it, you're then killing the 5 people. It's a very difficult decision to make. Now, how this ties in with technology today is that this is the sort of question that software people are working on at the moment for self-driving cars. Because self-driving cars are much cleverer than you. They can see a whole picture around your car. If an accident starts to happen, somebody steps out in the road, you normally just swerve the car. If it's a right-hand drive car, like you have here, normal tendency is to turn to the right because you're turning yourself away from the accident, you're not turning yourself into it. It doesn't matter about your passenger, because in the split second you don't think about the passenger, your brain's not quick enough. But the software is. And the software can also pick up, if you swerve, there's a young lady with a baby in her hand there, and there's 2 old age pensioners there, and it's going to hit one. And the car can choose probably the old age pensioners. This has to be built into the software. But the other thing is that we didn't cover on the runaway tram is that another way to stop the runaway tram would be to jump off the footbridge itself in front of the tram and save the lives of 5 people. Would you do that? Now the chances are no, you wouldn't. But the thing is, in a self-driving car, the software may decide, am I going to put the 2 passengers, the 2 pensioners there, or the baby and the young lady there, or am I going to kill the pensioner who's driving the car and turn the car into a wall?